नमस्ते। मेरा नाम है सौरभ नंदा और आप सभी का स्वागत है सच कॉन्वर्सेशंस मैटर के एक और एपिसोड में। आज मैंने अपने बहुत ही अच्छे मित्र और बिजनेस पार्टनर को यहाँ पर इनवाइट किया है, जिनका नाम है श्री अंकित कपूर। अंकित ने अपनी एजुकेशन दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी और आईएमटी गाजियाबाद से करने के बाद कॉर्पोरेट सेक्टर में 3.5 साल लगाने के बाद डिसाइड किया टेस्ट प्रेप में घुसने का, एंड ही इज़ द डायरेक्टर एंड फाउंडर ऑफ प्रथम एजुकेशन एंड द कंपनी कॉल्ड IIFM। हम दोनों ही टेस्ट प्रेप इंडस्ट्री में हैं और पिछले 7 सालों से एक साथ काम कर रहे हैं, और हमारे विचार एजुकेशन के बारे में बहुत मिलते हैं। हम जब भी मिलते हैं हमारी कॉन्वर्सेशंस लंबी होती रहती हैं और हम ये भूल जाते हैं कि काम भी करना था। तो उनसे आज मैंने बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट सवाल पूछे हैं एजुकेशन टेक्नोलॉजी के बारे में, कि भारत में क्या फ्यूचर है एजुकेशन का, एजुकेशन टेक्नोलॉजी का, और हम क्या क्या कर सकते हैं इन चीज़ों को इम्प्रूव करने के लिए। तो चलिए वक्त नहीं ज़ाहिर करते और आमंत्रित करते हैं मिस्टर अंकित कपूर को। हाय अंकित, हाउ आर यू?
I'm good, Saurabh. How are you? How's
All
it going?
good. All good, all good. I think we both know how's it going for both of us. We've been working together.
Absolutely.
So, आप अच्छा एक क्वेश्चन, मतलब इंटरव्यू स्टार्ट करने से पहले एक क्वेश्चन है। आई मीन आई रियली वांटेड टू आस्क यू दैट डू यू थिंक आवर इंडियन जुगाड़ हैज हेल्प्ड अस इन क्रिएटिंग मोर ई लर्निंग एंड मोर वेबिनार्स even though we did not have all the equipment because we were just not ready for the lockdown?
Uh, See, yes, definitely जुगाड़ पे तो हिंदुस्तान कायम है। Whether it is the tutors who have started using WhatsApp or some apps that have come up for it, or Zoom which has been started to be used, or some fancy technology and fancy television screens, कुछ ना कुछ करके everyone has been able to evolve and manage their existence. I mean, I would say the word existence, but manage कर लिया. You can definitely say Indian jugaad has worked. Sasta jugaad has also worked, but some people have spent a lot of money on extravagant equipments, and they've also been able to survive. So it has worked both ways.
Both ways. So do you think the audience was kind of ready and they were like, okay, yaar, we understand, what is going on? So
option ही नहीं था sir.
option नहीं
नहीं था. So it was like a switch on, switch off button, right? So one day you were in the classroom, switch off. Now everything will be online, right? So whether it is school, whether it's tuitions, whether it's test prep, whether it's anything, whether it is even family meetings, everything is online, right?
True,
so
true.
it has been a switch on, switch off button, and people, I mean, starting में, and I generally say this a lot, that this is the new way of existence in the world right now. So, and there are only two options that everyone has. One is you adapt and evolve. Second is to crib. यही दो ऑप्शन है, इसके अलावा थर्ड कोई ऑप्शन नहीं। तो स्टार्टिंग में everyone was on the cribbing side, but now everyone has evolved and adapted to the newer existence of humankind in this world right now. At least in the lockdown phase. We love interacting with each other, so
yeah, that is also true. वो we are part of that mutual admiration society.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
Okay.
But it's indeed a pleasure to talk to you whenever. It's enlightening, to say the least.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm glad that I have been able to do that. All right. So, sir, why did you decide to leave your corporate career? आपका मतलब LinkedIn प्रोफाइल कोई देखेगा वो कहेगा यार ये शिवास रीगल के लिए काम करते थे, 3-3.5 साल काम किया, enjoyed your life, and then you decided to move into this chaotic industry of test prep. Why?
Yeah, so it's a huge change, Saurabh. To be honest, even when I was sitting for the interview at Pernod Ricard, which is the parent company, right? And I remember very distinctly that even in the interview, I said that I'm going to be going into the education sector sooner or later, and I was very clear from that time. 3 साल were great learning. Whatever learning I had in those 3 years of my corporate life, I've imbibed everything in this venture that I started. Interestingly, when I left Seagram, it was the depression area. The economy was at a dip in 2009. So it was a very, very tough decision. But I said, yaar, kabhi to koodna hai, to might as well jump now. It was actually a very, very tough time. But then also I said, okay, this is the once in a lifetime opportunity. करके देख लेते हैं, give yourself 3 years. If you're able to navigate yourself through it, great. Otherwise, back to the corporate grind.
Right.
So yeah, I'd given a stop loss arrangement as well with myself.
So you said something very interesting, Ankit sir, and I also believe in the same. So I worked for an American company for 2.5 years, And the only thing that I can take away from those 2.5 years is the process-oriented structure that the company had created. और मैंने उसको अपने हर वेंचर में प्रोसेसेस डाल के मतलब डालने की कोशिश की है. इट हैज हेल्प मी अ लॉट. एंड यू सेड कि जो आपने कॉर्पोरेट करियर में सीखा, यू हैव डन दैट इन द एजुकेशन सेक्टर आल्सो.
So I was in the branding sector. I was in the central marketing. I was handling the brands. I was doing brand management. I was doing strategy. The attention to detail, how important every minute thing has to be monitored is what I learned. And trust me, that has been one of the things that I've put in Pratham, and trust me, that it has paid dividends.
Also, so is it only from the company that you learned a lot of these things, or so if somebody of course. So if somebody looks at your LinkedIn profile, you have received one of the best management education in the country. Now, did you learn something from those 5 odd years of BBA plus MBA also, or just the company helped you?
Sir, I'll go back into my graduation days. So I've been passed out of Shahid Siddique College of Business Studies. As a person, my personality changed a lot because of that college. I'm from a boys' school, so obviously I always had a problem in public speaking. Right? Never had that kind of exposure in school. Always in the cricket ground playing. But when I got into College of Business Studies, it pushed me to levels that I also did not know that I had that. Right? Working through the night, raising sponsorships, doing presentations at the drop of a hat, interacting. I've done it all. जो चीजें मैं स्कूल तक नहीं कर पाया, I've done everything in college, and it came from within. I was given the exposure in college. I bounced on it. And I was a very different person in school. I was a very different person post-college. That is the same thing that I took when I did my MBA. So I pretty much was at the top because I had done pretty much everything academically. So I was more focused on the projects and the placements and everything. So IMD actually was a fun time because पढ़ाई कम करी क्योंकि पहले पढ़ाई कर ली थी. So it was more of whiling away our time, getting more projects, internships, summer internship and placements. I actually, my experience of my graduation actually helped me not just get good summer placements, good jobs, but that also pushed me towards helping my batchmates who were struggling that time. Right, great candidature, but were just not able to deliver it inside the meeting rooms or the group discussions. So I actually did that for my batchmates then as well. So yeah, वो कहीं ना कहीं कीड़ा था पढ़ाने का.
Then that's a very natural way of getting into an industry, I guess. Okay, sir. So test prep ही क्यों? मतलब there were so many options to go for in education. Test prep ही क्यों? School start कर लेते आप, playway start करते हैं, आपने test prep क्यों start किया?
Sir, I'm a management graduate, so profit is at the center. Is at the center of things, right? School is supposedly a non-profit organization that you had to run. I was not interested in running a school, right? So, अगर मेहनत करी तो थोड़ा सा reward मिलना चाहिए. So I would just put it that way. And this was the opportunity that came. So I said okay, and since I was linked to the college, which was through an entrance exam, and what we are doing at Pratham is also focused on getting students to that college. It was a natural fit. जिस कॉलेज से पास आउट हो रहे हैं आप उन्हीं उसी कॉलेज में बच्चों को पहुंचाने के लिए उनकी प्रिपरेशन करा रहे हैं. So that was a natural fit and everything else added around it.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a natural thing.
So sir, I think almost 12 years in the Indian education industry, formally for you?
Yeah, formally yes. But actually, to be very honest, it's been more. Because जब मैं College of Business Studies के बाद I was waiting for joining my MBA college. That time उस छोटे से 3-4 महीने के time में भी I was teaching. Post my college, post my MBA, and before I joined my company, that 3 months also I was working in a test prep company. So I was getting all the knowledge that I could, and then obviously earning some bit of pocket money on the side.
Wow! So more than 12 years.
More, yes.
अब तो फिर you're a industry veteran. Please बताइए, what do you think of the Indian education system? ये क्या है और कैसे है?
Very interesting question. 12 साल से ज़्यादा लग गए to figure it out. but अभी भी ये बोल सकते हैं कि you have not been able to crack it fully because it's अगर आप इंडियन एजुकेशन सिस्टम की बात करें there are lot of disconnects, right? So school education is a disconnect to college education. College education के अंदर there are different methodologies of getting students to take admission. Either it is merit based or it is entrance based. So there is a lot of confusion. There is no set process that you can see. हाँ जी चलता आ रहा है. CBSE अपने लेवल पे चलता है, DU अपने लेवल पे चलता है. CBSE सब्जेक्ट्स इंक्लूड करता है फ्रॉम अ फ्यूचरिस्टिक पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. DU बोलता है भैया हम ये सब्जेक्ट मानेंगे नहीं. So जो आपने 2 साल पढ़ा, it's of no use. So how are we expecting the child to explore newer ventures when it's not going to get accepted anywhere in the future? Then comes the test prep part of it. So एक side पे there is a craze for getting into engineering, right? But there are hardly any jobs. There are lakhs of people who are preparing to get into the top IITs, right? 11,50,000 in 2019 gave the JEE paper. बट अच्छी सीटें हैं कितनी? अगर आप ओवरऑल इंडस्ट्री की बात करें, इंडस्ट्री इंजीनियरिंग इंडस्ट्री देयर सो मेनी सीट्स अवेलेबल, बट आर दे ऑफ द सेम क्वालिटी? खुले हुए हैं, मतलब आप नोएडा पे, ग्रेटर नोएडा में चले जाइए, गाजियाबाद में चले जाइए, देयर आर thousands of colleges, but the quality of education that is being there is just absolutely abysmal, which is why the craze of getting into the top colleges there. That is why, thankfully, because of that, we as a company exist as well, right? But there is such a varied gap between the quality of education that is getting delivered. It is unbelievable. बहुत ज्यादा प्राइवेटाइज हो चुकी है एजुकेशन. गवर्नमेंट जिस स्पीड से गवर्नमेंट यूनिवर्सिटीज और गवर्नमेंट फंडेड यूनिवर्सिटीज आनी चाहिए थी वैसी आई नहीं है. प्राइवेट प्लेयर्स ने उसको बिजनेस समझ के खोल तो दिए हैं, but they're not able to get the right professors to teach. The quality of education is absolutely good. Hence, unemployment is further caused. I mean, yes, on the paper you are an engineer, but if you ask a proper engineer from a tier 3 or a tier 4 college, would they actually know anything about engineering? The answer is a big fat no. Hence, the race to get into good colleges is always going to be there. So till the time there is not a single cohesive plan which starts from schools to college to professional education to research to post-graduation, it is fragmented everywhere. Everyone has their own thought process. There is not any single thought process which is combining all of that. There is no method to the madness. There is madness, but there is no method linking the madness. And everyone is running in different directions, which is what scares me at some time, at some point of time.
सो दिस इज वेरी सैड ना सर. मतलब इंडिया का जो एजुकेशन सिस्टम है, अगर आप क्वांटिटी वाइज देखें, इट्स द थर्ड लार्जेस्ट इन द वर्ल्ड. चाइना, यूएस एंड इंडिया. एंड चाइना एंड यूएस में, मतलब चाइना का तो बहुत ही ज्यादा स्ट्रीमलाइन है उनके अकॉर्डिंग, एंड यूएस का भी इट्स अ वेरी स्ट्रक्चर्ड वे. लॉट ऑफ कंपनीज हैव मेड अ लॉट ऑफ वैल्यू एंड अ लॉट ऑफ मनी, यू नो, हेल्पिंग पीपल. इंडिया में ये केओटिक है. लोगों को आईआईटी समझ आया, आईएम समझ आया, तो गवर्नमेंट ने और खोल दिए. ऑल दीस थिंग्स व्हिच यू सेड, इसका कोई अंत है? इसका आपको कोई लगता है कि होराइजन में कुछ मतलब सोल्यूशन निकलेगा इसका कुछ?
Again, it has to be from the top, right? The central government has to make an education policy which has not existed. You tell me when was the last cohesive education policy which talked about school education, college education, professional education, research education? इसमें comprehensive education policy तो आज तक नहीं आई है. And nobody is doing anything about it. Which is also a reason why that the top talent of the country is not sticking in the country. It is going outside. Which is unfortunate. So हम हिंदुस्तान के अंदर बहुत ही substandard लोगों से काम कर रहे हैं, और हमारा जो top brain है that says, "Well, this is not the place for me. I want to go out, where my knowledge is valued, where my intellect is valued." Which is where we're losing out who are top talent to other countries, which recognize that. So जब तक central government, or there is not a unified education policy which covers everything and takes into consideration all the stakeholders, it's just not going to happen.
Sir, what do you think? Do you think there is a formula which we can apply or in some way?
Obviously there is. Saurabh, obviously there is. Obviously, I mean, we are probably, and I can proudly say that Indians are probably the best minds available in the world right now. So if we put our minds to it, why can't we do it? If we can do it going abroad, a lot of Indians are developing education policies abroad, right? I mean, हमने बीच में start भी किया था that we got great talent back to the country. country as governors of RBI, but we're not able to hold them because of political issues or whatever issues. Let's not get into it, but we're not able to hold on to good talent. You talk about Raghuram Rajan, you talk about Arvind Subramanian. Have you been able to hold on to them?
Right.
हम अपने Nobel laureates की तो हमारे politicians बेइज्जती कर देते हैं सर. How else do you think? Why would we not lose good talent to universities abroad?
एक मैंने बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग स्टडी पढ़ी थी रिसेंटली अबाउट बांग्लादेश and how it's a very fast growing economy, and I'm really glad for them. From the subcontinent at least, one country,
Yes.
one populous country with a lot of problems should grow and become a beacon of success. So जो केस स्टडी थी उसमें ये बात हो रही थी how it became a textile giant in the world. तो जहां पर बहुत सारी regulations की problems थी, बहुत सारी problems थी, they have systematically, slowly overcome all of those problems, and they're investing a lot in vocational training. वो कहते हैं तुम्हें इंजीनियर नहीं बनना है, तुम यहाँ पर तुम टेलर ही बनो, लेकिन अच्छी सैलरी होगी, सब कुछ होगा. And at the same time, they don't have a big IT industry, but fun fact, they have around 600,000 IT freelancers, which is the highest in the world. They beat India to IT freelancers. Can you imagine that? So what
amazing, and supposedly we produce so many engineers, which is unmatched. I don't think so. India से ज़्यादा engineers worldwide produce करता ही नहीं है.
I don't think
right,
so.
about 950,000 engineering seats in the country, right?
So
it's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. Again, sir, so related to this.
Yeah, another important factor which also differentiates is the Indians are less risk, they have a very limited risk appetite, which is why you have more freelancers in Bangladesh where the risk appetite is going to be a lot more, and you have engineers working in corporates because the risk appetite is much less.
Right. तो सर इसमें
फिर money to come into the bank every month.
I agree absolutely, and I think that comes from our culture also. जो pre-91 का culture है, that is still there in a lot of sense, and अभी जो recession चल रहा है उसके बाद वो दोबारा आएगा.
but sir, maybe if you talk to the younger generation today, are they thinking of an entrepreneurial journey? My gut says no. They are very happy working in the corporate sector, earning limited money, but figuring out how to blow that money up on Saturdays and Sundays. Right? So entrepreneurial thought process is not in the younger generation who are probably born after the 1991 as well. They don't have that zeal to probably do any of these things.
No, you're absolutely right. Majority of them, more than 95%.
Just happy earning 20,000 rupees a month, but figuring out how to which proper area to blow that money up. And you talk about savings, they will hardly have any. You talk about a career path with them, they would hardly have any. So, I don't know whether it's a cultural thing or it's now become embedded into a culture that we're happy working for somebody else rather than for ourselves.
Okay, Ankit sir, so related to this conversation only, because we are living in this time and we both have been forced to use technology a lot now. EdTech is becoming big. We have brands like Byju's and Unacademy and all these people. Do you think they're really making the right kind of impact? What do you think of the EdTech industry in India?
Sir, EdTech is here to stay. Right? We've experienced it firsthand. We were pushed into it. We're experiencing it for the first time. It needs to evolve how people absorb the content through the technology platform. It needs to evolve a bit more. It needs to be made a lot more user-friendly. It has to be thought from how to make it more receptive for the audience that is attending it. But it is here to stay. For sure, it is here to stay. The comfort of sitting at home and consuming knowledge at the time of your choosing is a great advantage. Now, I'll also tell you the disparity that exists across the country in terms of education. Now, okay, this is a first-hand experience. Okay, so I got a Byju's tablet for a nephew of mine, who's so my first cousin's son. Right, he is an army guy. He was posted in Jammu and Kashmir. Right. And we know what happened in the last couple of years there because of the Article 370 revocation and all of that. And so, now understand, a person who has access to quality tutors in Delhi, do the same quality of tutors exist in Jammu and Kashmir or say Far East, Northeast or the Tier 2, Tier 3 town? The answer is no. How do you standardize that quality of education? That is what Byju's has hit the nail on the head. They made good content which is standardized and which can be replicated everywhere. I'm not saying कि Byju's के ऊपर सब कुछ shift हो जाएगा, but it is going to be a good support system to substandard education that is happening. So at the end of the day, person who has the appetite to absorb a lot more education is not hindered in any way. Same way, अगर आप देखें, अगर आप and talking about Unacademy or test preppers, अगर आप देखें सिविल सर्विसेज के एस्पिरेंट्स लाखों में, अगर आप देखें बैंक पीओ के एस्पिरेंट्स लाखों में हैं, but apart from the cost of preparing for those exams, there is a huge cost of coming to a metropolitan, staying here for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months and then preparing. Now, if that same education is available to them at the comfort of their houses, they save a lot of money. Right? That amount of money that they are able to save is huge. जो अगर आप देखते हैं, who knows it better than you, the kind of hubs that exist in Delhi, like Kalusrai for IIT, right. North Campus Mukherjee Nagar for civil services, right? Or Karol Bagh, Rajendra Nagar for civil services, right? Those things will cease to exist. And then if this platform is made a bigger taken into a bigger sphere, that quality of education is going to be then accessible to everyone across the country, which is what we as a country like. There is no standardization of education.
True.
Right? And that standardization needs to be brought from the very lowest point to the highest point. Not just, so it needs to be brought in at the school level, undergrad, postgrad, research, test prep, everywhere. It needs to be. It needs to be.
Completely agreed, sir. So for, the test prep industry and the support system in auxiliary education industry in India, it is a boon in a way, because it will organize the sector, it will standardize the content and delivery and everything, so many things. लेकिन सर जब हम बात करते हैं ना ऑर्गेनाइज्ड एजुकेशन सिस्टम की, जो हमारे स्कूल लेवल पे है या कॉलेज लेवल पे है, सो आई रिमेंबर इन 2012 आई वाज वर्किंग विद नेक्स्ट एजुकेशन, व्हिच इज आई थिंक द सेकंड बिगेस्ट कंटेंट प्रोवाइडर फॉर स्मार्ट क्लासेस इन इंडिया. और वो अल्टीमेटली जब सेल्स वालों से बात करो ना, तो पता चलता है कि स्कूल में कैसे लगा टीवी उनका. तो कहते हैं यार उनको हम सीधा अल्टीमेटली जब वो नहीं समझ आ रहा प्रिंसिपल को, तो हम उसको ये बोलते थे आपके टीवी में इतना बड़ा स्क्रीन लग जाएगा, इतनी बड़ा टीवी लग जाएगा, कॉस्ट भी आपको नहीं देनी पड़ेगी, तो फिर फायदा ही है ना आपका. तो वो टीवी बेचते थे अल्टीमेटली, और वो स्कूल वाले यूज भी नहीं करते हैं. देयर इज दिस इंटायर शिफ्ट ऑफ परसेप्शन टुवर्ड्स टेक्नोलॉजी विच आर एजुकेटर्स नीड टू हैव. जो हमारे स्कूल के टीचर हैं और जो ऐसे ही बैठे हुए हैं वहां पर सैलरी लेने, या कॉलेज के हैं, मतलब मैं सबकी बात नहीं कर रहा हूं, बट यू नो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ पीपल आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट, उनका परसेप्शन कैसे चेंज होगा सर, मतलब टेक्नोलॉजी की तरफ?
कोरोना ने कर दिया ना. नाउ स्कूल टीचर्स are forced to make content for online education. They're forced. So जो पहले laziness की वजह से या lack of enthusiasm या lack of incentive की वजह से they were not doing, they are now forced to it, because salary cut schools में हो चुका है, teachers are not getting their salary, so schools are telling to the teacher, you make content which is user friendly, go online, do digital education and all of that. They're forced to do it because they want to earn their living. Because otherwise they will also be outdated. So this coronavirus pandemic has actually pushed people to upskill themselves to a point कि जो चीज वो पता था कि आ रही है, you're delaying the storm that is yet to come, but this pandemic actually has pushed us into the deep end of the pool. So either you will drown or you will get to the edge and upskill yourself. So it is a forced change that is going to happen. Which trust me, it is a fantastic opportunity, because we as people, as humans, we get very comfortable in doing same things over and over again, right? We are very hesitant to change them. And when I was not an entrepreneur, I was also of that opinion that why should there be any change? But I mean, change has to happen every single day. Your bodies change every single day, so why not the way we do our things? Somewhere down the line, what we do today is going to get outdated tomorrow or day after. So have that perception and change accordingly, is going to be what is going to differentiate people who are going to go up the ladder and people who are going to just fall off the ladder and just fall off onto the.
ठीक है सर, बट अगेन आई विल बी अ स्केप्टिक हियर एंड आस्क यू अनदर क्वेश्चन ऑन दिस. सो यस, कोरोना ने हमें पुश किया है और अगले 6 महीने ऐसे ही निकलने वाले हैं, लेकिन स्कूल तो खुलेंगे एंड टीचर्स विल हैव अ साई ऑफ रिलीफ. अभी स्कूल्स फिर से फीस चार्ज करेंगे एंड दे विल से ऑल दिस थिंग. सो अगेन वो टेक्नोलॉजी साइड स्टेप हो गए या वो साइड में रह जाएगी कि ये सपोर्ट सिस्टम है, मेन तो क्लास में पढ़ना है. नहीं तो स्कूल ने जो इतनी शानदार बिल्डिंग बनाई है उसका क्या होगा?
Schools are monetizing those buildings as well. They're creating swimming pools, letting people out from outside use those schools. So they're making their money along with it. Right? See, it's a mindset. आज की डेट में भी अगर आप बात करें, क्या पेरेंट्स बच्चों को स्कूल भेजेंगे? I have my serious doubts on it. So, at least for this year and maybe the next, आपका क्लासरूम will run parallelly to online. क्लासरूम में आपको डबल मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी, क्योंकि अगर एक क्लास को 2 पार्ट में डिवाइड करके बुलाया जा रहा है या 3 पार्ट में डिवाइड करके बुलाया जा रहा है, so you're teaching the same chapter 3 times, which is going to get very, very monotonous. Wherein the same class can be taught all at one go in that one online class. So it saves a lot of hassle, right? And I mean, yes, it is going to be how people perceive it. अभी भी हमारे पास भी जब बच्चों के पास ऑल्टरनेट नहीं है, पेरेंट्स के पास ऑल्टरनेट नहीं है, बट पीपल स्टिल कम बैक एंड से वी आर फाइंडिंग इट वेरी डिफिकल्ट, द स्क्रीन टाइम इज टू मच, ऑल ऑफ दैट इज गोना हैपन, राइट? बट इज देयर एन ऑल्टरनेट? करंटली नो. फ्यूचर में यस, बट how would you differentiate a student? A will differentiate himself or herself with student B by studying extra, by absorbing more knowledge. That additional knowledge is not going to come from your classroom, but it's going to come online only. How are you going to get access to quality teachers? They're not going to come to your school to teach you. If you want to learn from the best, you have to go online and then be taught by the best. That is not going to. They are not a Nobel laureate is not going to come down to a school and say R.K. Puram and come and teach inside a classroom of 40 people. No, that's not going to happen. But if you have the appetite that okay, I want to be taught by a Nobel laureate, how do I do that? By doing his online course, it is going to get a lot more accepted. Universities abroad are anyways saying that till 2021 or till end of 2020 there will be no physical classrooms. And अगर आप Indian perspective से भी देखें, it saves a lot of money. The living and daily expenses of staying abroad is a very big chunk of the international education burden that comes. So if the same faculty is teaching you online and your degree is recognized, and per se we have to stop distinguishing between a physical classroom degree and an online classroom degree. Once it happens, people are more likely to opt for online education because one, it saves a lot of cost. Second, you are still able to do things alongside it, and then it's a win-win across. And you're taught by the best faculties of the world.
ठीक है सर. So again, अब आपने सारे points बोले. Now these are points which are understood by an educated, let's not put educated over there, by a person who understands things. Okay, by a person, by a parent who is exposed to what is right and what is wrong. आप केंद्रीय विद्यालय की बात करें या म्यूनिसिपल स्कूल्स की बात करें, वहां पर ये टेक्नोलॉजी कब तक आएगी? वहां तो बच्चों के पास ऑप्शन भी नहीं है, ना ही पेरेंट्स के पास है, ना ही उनके पास पैसा है. देयर इज जस्ट नो अदर ऑप्शन.
सर दिल्ली के अंदर तो आ गई है. The Delhi government, Mr. Manish Sir,
Delhi को छोड़ो.
TVs everywhere, right?
Like,
But
leave the 55 million plus cities in India. Leave the 55 million plus cities in India.
So again, it has to stem from the top. Again, if you talk about the push, the Prime Minister does talk about online education, the way forward, right? It goes back to the same thing. Is there a central policy for it? Right? I think that if you are able to accept online education, yes, there is a lot of work that needs to be done on how it is delivered, because that needs to evolve. It cannot be a replica of your classroom. जो आप क्लासरूम में पढ़ा रहे थे वैसे आप ऑनलाइन नहीं पढ़ा सकते. That needs to evolve a lot more. But once we accept it, trust me, that is the only way that India can standardize its quality of education. That is the only way that there will be good engineers coming out. There will be lesser unemployment. There will be more teachers who will be able to get hired. Right?
Sir, इसमें फिर यहाँ पर
it is the only thing
right
that has to be done, and whether we like it or we don't, India को बहुत ज़्यादा जरूरत है.
Right. Sir, यहाँ पर मैं ना एक अलग एलिमेंट पे आपसे एक ओपिनियन मांगना चाहता हूँ. द थिंग इज अबाउट सर्कुलर इकोनॉमी, बिकॉज दैट इज द वे फॉरवर्ड. अदरवाइज जो हमारे 15 टॉप अर्बन सेंटर्स है जहां पर सारी एम्प्लॉयमेंट है, अब वो तो सस्टेनेबल मॉडल है नहीं. सो यू हैव टू मूव आउट.
Clearly seen it.
Exactly, we've clearly seen it.
Thank you for Corona, but you've seen it how it has spiraled out of control.
Exactly. So अब ये सर्कुलर इकोनॉमी वाला जो कॉन्सेप्ट है कि लोकली हम सब कुछ करें, वहां पर तो आपको सब कुछ लोकलाइज चाहिए. सो इंडिया में सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम हो जाती है वर्नाक्युलर कंटेंट की. आपको लगता है कि स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन ऑफ कंटेंट हो जाएगा, लेकिन वो एक लैंग्वेज में होगा, 2 लैंग्वेज में होगा, 4 में हो जाएगा. वो जो बाकी की 25 लैंग्वेजेस हैं उसका क्या होगा?
I agree. It is a challenge. I'm not saying that it's going to happen like by a snap of your fingers. It's going to happen. It is going to take about 5, maybe 10 years for it to happen. But once the receptiveness is there, the speed at which vernacular content will get made will also increase. Now, if you look at Byju's as well, Byju's has also gone and started making a lot of vernacular content as well, because they were also losing out of that. Right? So, जहां पे जैसे एक्सेप्टेबिलिटी बढ़ेगी, वैसी स्पीड ऑफ क्रिएशन ऑफ कंटेंट विल आल्सो इंक्रीज. अभी एक्सेप्टेबिलिटी का क्वेश्चन है. जब किसी कंपनी का प्रोडक्ट एक्सेप्ट नहीं हो रहा, तो व्हाई वुड दे स्पेंड ऑन मेकिंग वर्नाक्युलर कंटेंट जब उनका इंग्लिश ही कंटेंट एक्सेप्ट नहीं हो रहा? वंस इट गेट्स अ पुश, दैट इज व्हाट इज रिक्वायर्ड, व्हिच इज फ्रॉम द टॉप. इट नीड्स अ सेंट्रलाइज्ड पॉलिसी फॉर इट एंड नीड्स टू गेट इंप्लीमेंटेड वेरी वेल. हम पॉलिसीज बना लेते हैं, बट इंप्लीमेंटेशन में हम बहुत बुरी तरह फेल होते हैं. बहुत बुरी तरह फेल होता है. And Corona is a typical example of it, where there is nobody at the top to take stock of things for the entire country. Every state has said, okay, go fend for yourself, which is not how it should be. There has to be one policy. Everyone has to be part of it. Everyone has to bite into it, and then make sure that it is implemented properly.
Right.
Quality of people की कमी नहीं है हमारे पास, है, but political will और स्ट्रॉन्ग डिसीजन मेकिंग की जरूरत है, जो और मे भी शायद ये हमारे पॉलिटिशियंस के टॉप विश लिस्ट में नहीं आता. दे हैव अदर बिगर बेटर थिंग्स टू बाइट इनटू, एंड मे बी दिस डजंट फॉल इनटू दैट कैटेगरी, बट दैट्स एन अनफॉर्चुनेट फैक्ट. आप अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट का रेट जिस हिसाब से बढ़ेगा, जिससे कोरोना की वजह से वो और एग्जैजरेट भी होगा, if we don't have a policy in place and we don't get our act together, the number is going to go out of control.
Absolutely.
We're gonna have a big problem.
Not only that, sir, we will lose out on the demographic dividend that we have been talking about for the past 15 years now. कि हमारे पास बहुत सारे यंग लोग हैं, वो सारे यंग लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? मीम्स बना रहे हैं, अभी और कुछ नहीं कर रहे हैं. So, सर यहाँ पर एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन आ जाता है. Like way back in 2009, me and my friend we had an idea of creating an accounting software. एक हम अकाउंटिंग सॉफ्टवेयर बनाए, और वो जितने भी ये छोटे छोटे बिजनेसमैन होते हैं ना, मतलब जैसे पूरी मार्केट्स होती हैं, ज्वेलरी मार्केट हो गई, ये हो गई, दे आर वेरी ट्रेडिशनल माइंडसेट्स. वो अभी भी बहुत देसी तरीके से काम करते हैं. तो बही खाता, कैलकुलेटर, उसी से. तो उसने कहा कि एक अकाउंटिंग सॉफ्टवेयर देना है, सबको देना है. वो खुद मारवाड़ी था मेरा दोस्त, तो कहता मेरे को पता है बिक जाएगा. मैंने कहा मैं मानता हूँ बिक जाएगा, तो अरे मारवाड़ी नेटवर्क में है, तू बेच भी देगा, लेकिन वो यूज नहीं करेगा. सो उसने बोला क्यों नहीं करेगा? मैंने कहा क्योंकि तुम उसको सॉफ्टवेयर की ट्रेनिंग नहीं दे रहे हो, पहली चीज. दूसरी चीज, उसको डिवाइस खरीदना पड़ेगा. तो अगर तेरे को सॉफ्टवेयर बेचना है, तेरे को डिवाइस भी बेचना पड़ेगा. आकाश टैबलेट लो, उसके अंदर डालो और उसको बेचो. राइट? यहां पर सो दिस इज प्राइवेट इंजेन्युइटी. बायजूस इज डूइंग द सेम थिंग. अब सरकार ने लैपटॉप बांटने की कोशिश की है, बहुत कुछ किया है, लेकिन सक्सेसफुल बांटने वाली स्कीम्स जो हुई हैं बंगाल और बिहार में, वो साइकिल बांटने वाली हुई हैं टिल डेट, क्योंकि वो रिक्वायरमेंट है. तो आपको नहीं लगता कि सरकार के ऊपर हम पॉलिसी मेकिंग के ऊपर छोड़ दें तो फिर ये खराब हो जाएगा फिर से मामला? प्राइवेट प्लेयर्स को ही इसमें आना पड़ेगा, एंड दे हैव टू सी द अपॉर्चुनिटी एंड जस्ट गो विद इट, रन विद इट.
Saurabh, but the basic premises have to be laid down by the government only. Na? Even if the private players have to come into the forefront, that policy making has to happen at the top. चाहे government implement ना भी करे, doesn't matter, but it has to happen at the top. प्राइवेट प्लेयर्स तब आ पाएंगे ना जब गवर्नमेंट पॉलिसी बनाएंगे. अगर गवर्नमेंट पॉलिसी बनाने में they are finding it difficult, I mean, why would you a private player want to come and make the policy with the government? That's not what happens. It has to
आप
be.
कह रहे हो कि जब तक सीबीएसई ना बोले कि हाँ डिजिटल एजुकेशन करनी है, तब तक वो स्कूल को कुछ नहीं कर पाएंगे.
More than CBSE saying it, it has to be the Prime Minister, the Ministry of HRD saying that, boss, for us to standardize education across the country, digital way is the way forward. Whether it is CBSE or ICSE or IB or professional education, everyone has to start adapting to it. It's not going to happen. अगर आप स्टेट को बोलते रहोगे कि अपनी बनाते रहिए, अब आप बहुत सिंपल देखिए ना, एक दिल्ली वाले बच्चे को दिल्ली के अंदर एडमिशन मिलने में कितनी तकलीफ है सर. बाकी स्टेट वालों को बहुत आसान है, बिकॉज दे हैव देयर स्टेट यूनिवर्सिटी. सो वहां पे स्टेट यूनिवर्सिटी अपने हिसाब से चला रही है, वहां पे सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी अपने हिसाब से चला रही है. right. कहाँ सिमिलैरिटी पैरिटी कहाँ है?
राइट.
इंजीनियरिंग में आप आई बट क्वालिटी ऑफ institutions has now been compromised.
True.
So it is a vicious circle.
ठीक है सर, तो एडटेक की फ्यूचर की बात कर रहे हैं हम. Is edtech only about content making and publishing content? या इसमें कुछ और भी करेंगे इंडियंस? मतलब ये तो बहुत ही मी टू वाला सिस्टम हो गया ना, नॉट द मूवमेंट बट मी टू वाला सिस्टम हो गया ना कि हाँ तुम भी कंटेंट बना के पब्लिश कर रहे हो, मैं भी बना के पब्लिश करता हूँ, मार्केट इतनी बड़ी है, दोनों कमाएंगे. मतलब इसमें कोई इनोवेशन तो कुछ खास हो नहीं रही.
हिंदुस्तान में यही है. अनफॉर्चुनेटली वी आर नॉट लीडर्स इन दैट सिनेरियो राइट नाउ. इंडियंस आर बाउंड टू बी फॉलोअर्स बिकॉज़ हमारे को वही चीज सिखाई भी जाती है. दैट्स हाउ वी आर टॉट इन आवर एजुकेशन सिस्टम टू बी गुड फॉलोअर्स ऑफ कॉन्सेप्ट, ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शंस. वी आर नॉट अगेन रिसर्च के ऊपर आप देखिए ना, मतलब इज हार्डली एनी अमाउंट ऑफ मनी दैट गेट्स स्पेंट. Research on how to develop quality content, delivery, platforms, कहाँ होता है? We're still using Zoom, we're still using Skype. Any platform that has been made in India that is being used globally, the answer is no. हम Indians की far side नहीं है, वो follow कर लेंगे या अपनी far side को किसी दूसरी कंपनी को जाके बेच देंगे, but वो हिंदुस्तान में implement नहीं हो पा रही because there are so many issues running a business here.
So, talking about that,
for me, very simple example. I stay in Noida. My office is in Delhi. I can't move because Delhi has a different policy. UP has a different policy, and I'm stuck. Even if I want to work, I can't because my governments are not in sync with each other to make it easier for people to work. What bigger example can we share right now? This has exposed how indifferent each state is to somebody else's issues.
Okay. So, sir, right? I want to ask something very important here. So, apart from, the systemic problems that we have from the government side or, the infrastructure side, there is also a systemic problem socially, which is कि ठीक है हम महंगे से महंगे स्कूल में बच्चे को डालते हैं, वहां भी फीस पे करते हैं, फिर महंगे से महंगे ट्यूशन टीचर को हायर करते हैं, फिर उसके बाद so the parents are paying twice and we know the reality which goes on into schools. तो फिर ये बबल कब फूटेगा, अगर फूटेगा कि नहीं फूटेगा?
ये बबल आपकी डिजिटल एजुकेशन ही खोल सकती है. If your schools start giving very very quality education and we start paying our teachers very well, there is no reason why a student has to go to a tuition center. It is because there is lack of incentive for school teachers, lack of facilities that the school teachers are provided, that this parallel economy or the parallel tuition center exists. And you have very, very good teachers there.
Exactly.
And why are they very good teachers being able to exist? Because they provide good quality content which a child is not able to get in school.
Right.
तभी वो बाहर देख रहा है. Right? So, and if you compare the money that a private tuition center or a tutor earns, it's a lot more. It's immensely more than what a teacher gets. By working lesser, he or she is able to earn a lot more than a teacher who's working from 7 o'clock till 2 o'clock and maybe after that as well. Teaching, working for school and everything. So why would a person not want to do it? मैं एक अच्छा टीचर हूँ, मेरे को स्कूल में मेरी वैल्यू नहीं मिल रही, so that is why I will set up my own institution because I know I can teach better than what is being taught in school.
Okay,
अगर आप international देखिए, all your professors of top universities are the most paid people in those countries. But you look at a teacher here, उनकी salary cuts हो रही है. आप tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 towns में जाए तो वहां पे तो quality of teacher के बारे में बात करना गलत. We can see so many videos going viral of teachers who are teaching in English but don't know the spellings.
Okay.
But ऐसी चीजें exist करती है ना सर.
Absolutely.
अगर हम वैल्यू नहीं करेंगे टैलेंट को, तो वो अपना जुगाड़ निकालेगा.
तो सर ये ठीक है, तो हमारी जो सैलरी, टीचर्स की सैलरी की प्रॉब्लम है, वो गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स में तो है ही है, बट वो प्राइवेट स्कूल्स में ज्यादा है.
बिल्कुल है सर.
तो दैट इज व्हाट आई वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट, कि हम सोशली कब इसके बारे में समझेंगे कि डू द स्कूल्स हैव सम एसोसिएशन विद ट्यूशन सेंटर्स कि नहीं हम भी कमाए तुम भी कमाए, क्या सीन क्या है?
टीचर्स आर ट्यूशन सेंटर्स themselves because they know they can teach well. The school doesn't value the quality of education. The teacher okay, I want this much money and I'm capable of earning this much money. Right? So I will go outside after my school, stretch myself more and earn a lot more money. अगर आप वही पैसा जो वो ट्यूशन के साथ कमा के एक टीचर को स्कूल के अंदर देंगे, तो why would a teacher want to go outside and stretch? They would give their best inside classrooms, and hence the student will not have to go outside to get additional help.
Okay. Coming to colleges, sir, आपने भी अभी फॉरेन यूनिवर्सिटीज का एग्जांपल लिया प्रोफेसर्स का. अब इंडिया में गवर्नमेंट यूनिवर्सिटीज या कॉलेजेस में तो पे स्केल अच्छा है,
बिल्कुल है,
लेकिन पे स्केल अच्छा होने के बाद भी क्वालिटी ऑफ टीचर्स अच्छे नहीं है, तो वो फिर खाली सैलरी से तो पैराडॉक्स सॉल्व नहीं होगा.
सर अगेन अगर आप कंपेयर करें अच्छा है relative to what a good faculty earns abroad, it is not even in parity. तो वो अच्छा है कि डेफिनेशन इज वेरी सब्जेक्टिव. A professor abroad, अगर मैं इंडियन पर्सपेक्टिव में बोलूं, a very good professor abroad would probably earn 10 to 12 lakh rupees a month in a top school. Here, even if a top professor gets a lakh and a half, how can you even compare the two? So obviously a very good professor who wants to have a comfortable life and is capable of delivering that kind of quality education, why would they want to get stuck in an Indian government college where the pay is limited and not go to a good university abroad and earn 10 times 12 times more? वो अच्छे है कि डेफिनेशन बहुत सब्जेक्टिव है ना सर. आज की डेट में भी अगर आप देखें, your professors do not fall into the top earning bracket, and fortunately and the fact of the matter is कि अगर as a country we need to progress, we need to invest in education, we need to invest even more in professors and teachers, give them the required money that they deserve so that they stick around, teach, make our children better. It's a circle, right? It's a circle. It has to happen at all steps for it to work, which is why I go back and say कि there is no central policy. It is an issue.
Sir, what do you think
पुलिस
of?
वालों से कितना काम करा लेते हैं सर, उनको पैसे कितने मिलते हैं?
Correct.
Hence,
Yeah.
bribe and everything has to be taken for them to make ends meet, because the inflation is not going to go up. It's going to continue to go up, but if your reforms are not at the same pace, it's an issue.
Sir, what do you think of the new breed of private universities coming up in India? Like, we know about Rajiv Gandhi Education Park in Sonepat. Most recently, the university that I researched was Rishi Hood. Then you have OP Jindal. Then there is Ashoka. And then you have similar, things happening in Gujarat, Pune, Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad. What do you think of these universities? Do you think they are going to make a dent in the education system somehow?
Yes, they will. But so it's a chicken and an egg kind of a story. All these new universities that are coming up, they're coming up with very different courses like liberal arts or BSc in data sciences. हिंदुस्तानियों को वो चीज आजकल अभी तक समझ नहीं आती. हिंदुस्तानियों को बीकॉम समझ आता है, हिंदुस्तानियों को बीबीए समझ आता है, लॉ समझ आता है, उनको बीकॉम ऑनर्स समझ आता है, बीए पास समझ आता है, बट उनको लिबरल आर्ट समझ नहीं आता है. So the acceptability of those kind of degrees is going to be limited. So if these universities start offering conventional courses, right? A BCom or a BMS or an ND or whatever, right? And the quality of teachers that they have, they're going to have a lot more acceptability, right? In a typical question, and I interact with thousands and lakhs of parents every year. When I talk about liberal arts,
right,
the first question that gets asked is, "Sir, इसमें पढ़ाया क्या जाता?" I said, you can choose the subjects that you want to study, but sir, पढ़ाया क्या जाता? What do you get a degree at the end of it? So that acceptability is an issue because it has been inherent for the last 80 years. कि यार BCom कर लो, MBA कर लो, engineering कर लो, medicine कर लो, समझ आता है. All these newer universities that are coming up with fancy campuses and all of that, the kind of facilities that they're offering, if they offer conventional courses, I think they will give all the national or the state-run universities a run for their money.
One question, sir. If India wants to be an industrial nation, then we need to have industrial skilled labor force, for which we don't need colleges, we need polytechnics, we need vocational trade courses.
Yes.
The state of which बहुत ही बुरी हालत में है वो, right? अब ना तो इंडियंस को वो समझ आ रही है उसकी इम्पोर्टेंस, ना ही बच्चे करना चाहते हैं, लेकिन चाहिए वही एग्जैक्ट चीज. ये गैप कैसे फिल कर सकते हैं?
सर, वो एजुकेशन के क्वालिटी ऑफ एजुकेशन पे गैप क्रिएट क्वालिटी ऑफ एजुकेशन की वजह से हो रहा है. उनको समझ आ रहा है आईटीआई में एडमिशन ले तो लेंगे, बट वो जो टीचर आके पढ़ाएगा वो कैसा होगा? अगर उसकी सैलरी वही 15,000 20,000 होगी, या जो 3 साल पास आउट होने के बाद उसी स्टूडेंट को टीचर बना दिया जाएगा, तो हम क्या बना रहे हैं? What are we making here? Now, if you ask 10 students who are in their graduation, doing their graduation, how many of them want to be teachers in the future? You will have the answer. None of them want to be teachers in the future. अगर आप आज की डेट में टीचर एज अ प्रोफेशन की बात करते हैं, तो वो टीचर एज अ प्रोफेशन इज पुश्ड, इज फोर्स्ड. It is not a career of choice. It is a career by chance. That needs to change. That needs to change because we need to recognize the importance of those teachers. We need to give them the money that they deserve, which is why great talent and great minds are going to come into this and think of this as a career of choice and not a career by chance. तब जाके आप चीजों को ठीक कर पाएंगे. So you need a very massive reforms in the education system and invest in getting training good faculties. अब आए दिन देखते हैं टीचरों को एडहॉक, दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी टीचरों को एडहॉक लेवल पे हायर कर रही है यार, परमानेंट हायर नहीं कर पा रहे हैं because we don't have the funds to give. I don't understand if a private university in Sonipat can charge 25 lakhs for a course which is for 3 years. Why can't DU charge 1.5 lakh for a 3-year course? जहाँ आज की डेट में वो 40,000 रुपए के अंदर आपको 3 साल का कोर्स देते, because that education gets subsidized. If you give more money to the professors or the colleges, they will have good pay scales for the faculties as well. You know, I might be sounding very pessimistic, but yeah, it needs an overall. We need a restart or a reset button for the Indian education system.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not going to happen till the time we don't put our heads and minds to it and take it seriously.
And
that's what
honestly, sir, I don't think it's a pessimistic viewpoint. I think it's a very realistic viewpoint. Because you and I, we both deal with parents and students on a daily basis, and we understand what's happening at the ground level. Well,
absolutely.
So there you go, guys. This is what Ankit sir and I, we keep talking about. हमारी ऐसी बातें चलती रहती हैं, और हम जब भी मिलते भी हैं दिल्ली में, तो फिर आधा टाइम तो हमारा इन्हीं बातों में निकलता है. फिर हम सोचते हैं अच्छा काम भी करना है, चलो काम भी कर लेते हैं. So if you have any questions and if you want to provide us any feedback, please mention it in the comments. Your time.
Sir, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me on the show, and I hope all the success to your show. I hope you are able to your shows are able to reach out to the right set of people. You're talking about very, very relevant topics. I was actually following your channel on mental issues that you did with Dr. Aarti Anand, and we know how important it is right now. I wish you all the luck. Our support, our company support is always going to be with you. It's just always an honor to work with you, discuss things with you, collaborate with you. And I hope all the people who are watching this video like, subscribe, and press the bell icon for Saurabh sir's YouTube channel.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you, sir. It's a pleasure. Thank you, sir.
I always feel a little, hesitant in saying all those things. So मुझे थोड़ा अजीब लगता है.